Okay, now we're going to talk about the nth term test for divergence. And you see here in Larson and Edwards' ninth edition that we have theorem 9.9, the nth term test for divergence. And it says if the limit as n approaches infinity of an does not equal 0, then the series diverges. All right, so this is a test for divergence. This test cannot tell you whether or not a system or a series converges. It can only tell you that it diverges. And this test actually fails if the limit of an equals 0. So let's take a look at this example here. On the left, we have 3n minus 1 over 2n minus 1, that's an, and we're adding those up, and this is the series that we're looking at. So we're going to take an, and what we're going to do is we're going to find the limit as n approaches infinity of an, which is just 3n minus 1 over 2n minus 1. And then you find this limit. You can use L'Hopital's rule. You can divide everything by n, divide each term by n, and then take the limit that way. Either way, you see that the limit is going to be 3 over 2. And because this limit 3 over 2 does not equal 0, the nth term test for divergence applies. As you can see over here, it says as long as the limit as n approaches infinity does not equal 0, then the series diverges. So over here I proved divergence. This series diverges. Okay, now let's take a look at another example. Let's see here. Let's take a look at this example here. We'll have the limit as n approaches infinity of 1 over n. Alright, so this limit, oops, well, actually, I guess the problem will be given to you this way. You'd have the sum from n equals 1 to infinity of 1 over n. This series right here, and we wanted to see if this converges or diverges. So we want to know if this converges or diverges. So we can use this nth term test. We can use this nth term test for divergence to see if it diverges. And what we want to do is we want to take the limit as n approaches infinity of 1 over n. And this limit turns out to give you 0. All right, well, the nth term test for divergence only applies if the limit as n approaches infinity of an is not equal to 0. In this case, I get something that is equal to 0. Therefore, the test fails. This test is inconclusive. So the nth term test in this case is inconclusive. So what that means is that we have to figure out another way of determining whether this system converges or diverges. And on a subsequent video, you're going to see that this is actually a harmonic series, and the harmonic series actually diverges. So even though we got 0 here, this series actually diverges. All right, so that's the nth term test for divergence.